Hey guys, it's Lily Vixen, and we are back with some more Katawa Shoujo. I am going to try my best to upload as many videos as I can. So I already got one video prepped up for upload, but I have to upload that one after this one. And then I already have another one pre-recorded. I got to edit that, and then I have to record another one and edit that and upload. So I'll probably get to like 3, 4, or 5 videos today. Hopefully. I have to make up for like a week and a half of no videos. Or like, yeah, a week and a half, about. A week to week and a half. I don't know, I can't count anymore. So, Katawa Shoujo. If you guys didn't know, I will be stopping this after I finish one route of this game, so it seems the most likely route I'm gonna get is Emmy or Rin. So, Emmy, Rin, or Lily. I haven't seen Lily in a long time, actually. So, yeah. And I think we're about halfway through this game. Since someone told me this, like, the actual romancing part happens at the festival or something. I don't remember. I have a really short-term memory with certain things. So, yeah. I have a good memory. Don't worry, guys. It's just some things, like, Okay. The afternoon classes pass. Oh fuck, I can't read shit now. The afternoon class passes. Once again, I found myself without a plan for something to do after school, so I head to the library to return a couple of books I finished reading. Really? Walking aside, I see that there are about as many students here as there were on Tuesday. All the more evident from the almost total silence enveloping the room. I need to turn up the music. Hi. Did you hit yourself on the counter? Again? Great. I forgot your name too. As I drop the books I borrowed into the return slot in the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging that they made as they hit the trolley next to her. Oh. Sorry, Yuko, didn't mean to startle you. No, that's fine, it happens a lot. I'm used to it by now. I forgot her voice, damn it. She looks a bit Irish, don't you think? Because of her, like, orange hair and green eyes, she looks Irish to me. And I can't even pull off an Irish accent. Let's try to be as stereotypical as possible. Help. Oh, God. Can I help you? Great. It just turned a little bad English. It's okay, I think I know where everything is. Thanks anyway. I suppose I'll grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do. And after reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. I wandered down to the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. As I do, I look over to the corner where Hanako has been the last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Hello, Hanako. Surprisingly though, she's there, absorbed completely in a fairly thick book. That's not even thick. That is a standard book. What kind of books have you been reading? Have you been reading, like, comic books and this is, like, thick to you? What the fuck? That's not even thick, dude. That's, like, 200, 300 pages. I have a book in my bookshelf somewhere. Narnia, I think. Narnia is, like, 1,000 pages. 800. I decided against intruding on her like last time and get back to finding reading material. After an indiscernible amount of time spent perusing the aisles, I finally decide on a couple of books to get and slide them off the shelf. With the minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter, check out my books, and pop them into my bag as I walk out. By the time I leave the main building, sunset isn't too far away. A small trickle of students remain, but the majority have left, presumably to their homes and dorms. Finally, utterly drained, I headed to my room to read the books I borrowed. You didn't even stop to see Kenji? Dude, he's awesome! I love Kenji, he's like this most random character. I just love him. There's been enough action and excitement for one day already. And he flashed me too, so bonus points. The first is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. There's a movie, dude. You don't need to read the book. Okay, I am so for reading books before you actually watch the movie. But there is a movie that's way more interesting than the book, because the book is a classic and nobody, well, some people do, but nobody likes reading classics. They're so not in touch with the modern life. Like, God. I know the story, of course, but I've never actually read the original book. That is like me, actually. I've never read the original book. I don't think I've ever even touched the original book, actually, because I never gotten around to reading classics. I want to read it, actually, because Alice's Adventures is just amazing to me. I love fantasy books. It's just as trippy as I remember the story to be, with the wacky characters and nonsense plot. I start thinking of myself as some kind of Alice too, haplessly tumbling down the rabbit hole into this cripple wonderland. Fuck you. Okay, that's a rather strong expression. Still, the isolated location and the way the school accommodates to absolutely everything is unsettling. It is like another world. I wonder why I can't shake the feeling of being an outsider like Alice, despite most everyone being so hospitable and friendly with me. Turning another page, my mind starts drifting further away from the book. It's quiet. I can hear my heartbeat thumping against the fabric of my shirt. For some reason, it makes me feel really bad, like it has since the time in the forest with Iwanako. Who's Iwanako? Since the time in the... Oh, is that the girl who liked you and you liked... Oh, is that the girl who caused your, like, heart attacks? Ugh. Why are you still thinking of Iwanako? And also, this is, like, part 14 or something, and we're still in, like, the first week. And from what I hear, we have to get through the whole year of this, so... It's gonna take a while. Like I was locked in a cage of something nasty and scary. The transition. I put the book down for a while and stared at the ceiling, taking my time to shake off the feeling. 200 pages later, I fell asleep. Dude, I know what this is! I know what visual novel I'm playing. I think I'm smart enough to know. It's like the fourth time to show me, like, the name. God. The students roll into class for the Saturday morning session, each and every one of them sporting with the tired eyes of people who have worked through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through classes until the lunch break, and then our time is our own. Mutao lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students are the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can partly be attributed to the two empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shizune aren't present, probably doing council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she is making up for Shizune's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha I don't even notice Mutao approaching my desk. Sure, what's this about? It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway. Mutao stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he's trying to say, not knowing what's going on. Highway silently. I heard from the school's head nurse that you had an incident the other day. So it's about that. Well, kind of, but it's not anything to be worried about. Yes, it is. Anything that can endanger your health is something to be worried about. We try our best here to prepare you for life here. Part of that involves knowing your limits and how to work around them. It would be remiss of me if I didn't speak up about this. Alright, I get it. I'm sorry. Mutao closes his eyes in frustration, and I realized that this probably wasn't his best thing to say. I read that wrong. I read that sentence wrong. Damn it. Something tells me that you're not sorry. Pretend as much as you want, but this isn't a normal school. A lot of people have put in a lot of time, effort, and money to make sure that you and every other student here can have the same level of education as your peers. For you to abuse that by throwing out advice, especially medical advice, is plain selfish. I'm not quite sure if this is actually how he feels, or if it's some act that he's practiced many times to guilt trip students into doing the right thing. Either way, it's working. I understand. This is all new to me, and I apologize. I know my limits now, and I'll be sticking to them. Mutao appears to lighten up a little, satisfied that his message has been received. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Mutao taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. I know I'm a smartass. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in my little life support prison. Yeah, well, yeah. You've got to keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. I wouldn't want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery, most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Mutao's serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scattered-brained approach to life. I think in hindsight that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Mutao pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. Well, I'll be the first, dude. For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and get back into the classroom. A few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they're working on the questions on the board. Some don't even bother, their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Mutao doesn't even notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got to him there. Sorry. The class returns to a near silence at that Mutao and I left it in before our chat. With mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or the chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away, until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Before you leave, I expect the answers for those problems by Monday. The class sighs out. The class sighs as one, instantly regretting slacking off, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to their last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend, with the festival and all tomorrow. Apart from me, Hanako is the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least nominally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business, and I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either. So an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages of my notebook. Hanako turns pages of the novel she's reading. My pencil lead splinters against the paper when I was just about to finish a paragraph. The sound of my irritated sigh and subsequent fumbling around for a sharpener feels like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako. Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. Aww. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly. Excuse me. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the only one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. After about 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her book and leaves too. As should I, since the assignment is all but finished, and there's nothing else to do in the classroom. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else either. Animation! The school is a beehive of activity, but no one pays me any head. That could be taken the wrong way, but I'm gonna take it the right way. I saunter past the classrooms filled with students frantically doing this and that, buzzing around like little worker bees. You wouldn't guess the school day is over. Oh my god. It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. People zip by left and right, hurrying as quickly as they can, busy and energetic. I feel the opposite. The midday sun seems to be draining all the spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. I yawn lazily, thinking about what I do. I'll drop my books at the dorm first, then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji is in his room. Yes! I love Kenji. On my way to the dorms, I spot Emmy coming my way, running despite not having those weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her and she's, oh my god, skids to a stop. I thought that wasn't a word for a second, Jesus. Oh, you mean she doesn't have her running gear on. Yo, her style! Wait, she was wearing this, wait, what? What do you mean she doesn't have her running prosthetics on? She should have her, like, replaced legs on, because she wouldn't be able to walk around without them. Splatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin respectively, but her smile is wide, as it seems it is always. There are no paint on her face. Excuse you. Aw, you're cute. She leans closer to me, amplifying the feeling she is examining me. What you doing? Oh my god, Phineas and Ferb, Jesus. Phineas and Ferb was my childhood. Jesus, it was a wonderful show. What you doing? Nothing, ain't gonna help you living. Nothing really. I don't have anything to do for the festival, and everyone else seems to be doing nothing. Oh my god, seems to be doing something important. That's perfect. You can help me run. With the festival preparations, I'm not sure if I would be much help. That's fine. I'm not much help either. Emmy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back inside the school quite forcefully. Even her walking speed is more like jogging, making me stumble over myself simply trying to keep up. The stairs slow me down a bit. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath. That's impossible, dude. We go all the way back to the 3rd floor and to the seniors' hallway, ending up where I left 5 minutes ago. I could just as well have stayed here waiting for Emmy had I known. So are you is Rin working on that mural still? That's right. She needs all kinds of paints and brushes and stuff. So I went to get them from the art classroom. All you need, and you need me to help with that. Well, Rin told me you already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind. I see. Sorry, dear Emmy, we're gonna save you for the next episode. Katawa Shoujo, we reached the 20-minute mark, and I'll see you guys in the next part of Katawa Shoujo. See you guys then. Bye!